Okay, so we play a riff, and then we play another riff, and then you know what we do after that? We play another riff. So we got a warrior, so that means we're allowed to win. We'll get stuff for last stand surely, right? I'm not a huge fan of Axe, but I think it's okay. Location might actually... The location has higher win rate. It's probably better. Smithing is a great card, but the problem is that it's just like, you have other weapons and you just don't need it, so... It's not even the best 4-mana weapon, because I think Swordier is a better card than it anyway, so I'll go ahead and grab this. I'd be more likely to grab the weapon maybe if I didn't already have the early weapon. Has to be against Sword Eater. Maybe we just take Diver. You don't actually get execute that much, and as thus it becomes like kind of hard for this class to actually deal with big things. You can deal with like, I mean, look, like we can deal with anything that's not super big, but then dealing with big things actually becomes difficult. So I may actually, I think this might just be better. Go grab a Lava Gorger. Stalwart, huge for the last stand. One of these things is not like the others. I kind of want Riot just gets different, to be honest. It's hit or miss, but like, especially like we have Diver, which giving Wind Fury to a Diver might actually just make it worth it instantly. I'll try it. I do have a Dredge, but I also have like a whole bunch of Menagerie stuff. Another Dredge. More Diver? Wait, is that how low? That's how low Diver is compared to Slam? Really? Wow. I'll still take it. More Bridge Riff? I guess one problem with Diver is that it competes with the, it's turn 5, right? Which you have better things to do on turn 5. That's one problem with it. That's probably why it's not doing great. Gargoyle unfortunately does not have a tribe itself, but still the pick, I guess. How many spells do we have for Baba? Pretty reasonable number. Diver's okay too. Baba's usually felt pretty good in this class. Oh man. I would love Spellbreaker, but Ghost Rider might just be better. Our turn 5 is really contested is the issue. If I didn't have 2 Gangplank Divers, it would be much easier Ghost Rider, I think. But then I'm considering against Spellbreaker, which is also a 5. I don't have like the weapons to support the Brute either. It probably just has to be Ghost Rider anyway. Soloist versus Training Session. Soloist is a huge hit off of Last Stand a lot of the time, but my turn 5 is so covered at this point, I probably just want something different, I guess. And that might even give me one of them anyway. Same logic, I probably just want not the Soloist. There's only one card in this pack. Slam is just better than Execute, I feel. We have other ways to like kind of execute. We have like the Divers and stuff and Riot and stuff. Slam feels more useful. Dinner Performer, we have the Divers. This is like a super high roll. But I got a lot of cheap spells for Baba, so it should be super good. Isn't it cool how Bridge Riff is the most common card in this class? Isn't it cool how Bridge Riff is the most common card in this class? I guess I'll take a Soloist. I mean, I have like how many 5-drops? I already have 7 5-drops. But I mean, I could have 8 5-drops. It might actually just be Wretch. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not even like I'm that lacking on 2s. I think I can take this. You want as many 5s as possible so that I can actually unironically set up the turn 10, turn 11, turn 12 Bridge Riff finales. Really be fine, right? Or Slam. I mean, they're all good. I don't think we take Slam. Power Slider, we have so many tribes, is just really, really good. I have like every tribe, right? Since I grabbed that Soloist, I have a Dragon too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have like 8. I have like 7 tribes actually. Because the thing is like, yeah, Riff. The problem with first Riff is that, yeah, you can get like the early second Riff, but then you kind of ruin the chaining of the riffs, right? And since we have 4 bridge riffs, we really just want to chain them. I already have a verse riff to potentially do it, but I'd honestly rather just keep chaining them. This is definitely a super high roll warrior. The one thing is the thing I don't have is the weapons. I had to skip the one Sword Eater, and I didn't get offered in Budex. I skipped a couple of the dredge weapons too. Early on. The last like 20 picks we didn't get offered any weapons basically. But I mean, this is a super high roll. Okay, so we play a riff and then we play another riff, and then you know what we do after that? We play another riff. Sounds like an excellent strategy. Ah, another riff. Should be okay. It's kind of illegal to coin, so I don't even think we need to think about the other stuff. Oh, that's kind of rude. Fuck. So this is a weird one because, like, if I value trade, he gets to value trade, which is weird, right? It's probably actually better to trade here, I think, then.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself. Psychic detective coming through.
Very nice. I actually made my golden bridge riff just for this exact scenario. I only made one. I should have crafted a second one so they'd all be golden. But now I get to celebrate the one that's golden. Look at all that extra value I get. I have only one golden, but because I played the golden one, I get 2 of the golden sets of things. Got him, chat. That's just value right there. Remember when I had a board? You think our opponent's having fun right now? We'll see if he has another Shadow on Death, then he might be having fun. Okay, he appears to not be having fun. I would probably just leave this game without him, unless I had like something to combo with. From the Depths is terrible. All of these are terrible. Do I just take Heavy Play for tradable then? Probably. What are these picks? No! 3/3/3, and then I guess I could just play this. Trade first. Unless I want to smithing this turn. Which I could. I don't really need to though. Get a dredge here. The thing is, since I have a whole... You know, since I have a board, the soloist isn't that good. You know what I could have done though? I could have traded second, right? So I could have dredged and then traded. I could have like dredged, traded, and then rioted. That would have been smart, probably. Oh. Joke's on you, my hand is only mildly useful. Please don't get the title revenue. Fuck. I wonder what costs 6 mana. Okay, it starts in 3 damage form, right? So I just need to prepare for that. I probably should have actually played this before I drew, because like hitting this, for example, now would be a disaster. Fuck me. But yeah, like, if it's like 6 mana deal 3 AoE, that's not a big problem by itself, at least, right? Harmonic pop. Oh god. I still get... Still very close to lethal. Yes, it's a beast! I can't believe how close this game was still. Oh my god. I would like to thank Blizzard for making dual tribe minions to allow me to defeat this priest. Do I keep 2 Bridge Riffs? Probably a little greedy, right? Probably just 1. Because you're so likely to draw a second one in this deck anyway. By the way, does this show the information? He picked the one on the far left. Does that mean it's the fire spell? Does it show that? I don't know how that works. I should honestly spend a day just thinking of random shit like this to test and just test all of it. Because if there's something like that... Because I know it goes fire, frost, nature, right? But does it actually show them in that order or not? That's what I don't know. For the opponent, like, do you get that information? Because that's very significant information if it does. Please don't hit heal totem. Okay, well that's one way to not hit heal totem. You might hit a lightning bolt though. Another scroll. Yeah, it's kind of sucks, but am I actually? I might actually play Diver first. We'll see, because I have a lot of ones, and if I hit like any one, then I'll regret not playing Riff on 5. Okay. So now he has a Sunken Scroll next turn. Okay. Fuck, I actually hit it, but I wouldn't really want to play that one anyway. He's like, I totally don't need this healing, but I'm just gonna heal myself and fuck you, Mr. Wolf, basically. It's still pretty good because obviously I have a taunt protected 8/6. He has a Sunken Scroll, which is pretty likely give him something good, or he could do that, okay. Fine. Or he can just discover last. And then I play another riff, and then after that I play another riff. How big is this? Not very big. I only played a pirate, actually. I have like all the tribes, but I only have like one of each, so this might actually be a lot slower than I was thinking when I drafted it. I got baited by seeing that I had like all the tribes, but didn't think about how unlikely it'd be to actually draw all of them. I mean, we definitely like super low rolled tribes because we high rolled rift draws, which is obviously much more important, so. Come on, Whirlwind! Unless he rolls Heal Totem. Oh yeah, that's a nature spell too, fuck. I have my music louder so I can actually, my sounds louder so I can actually hear the voice lines, and now I understand with that one. Okay, so if I hit Stalwart, it's insane. Probably try for it. You see how good at the game we are, chat? Remember that if you call it, it's skill. If you don't call it, then it's not skill. But if you call it, it's skill.
The calm before the storm.
There's a Murloc for this. This is already big enough to rush that if I need to. I don't really need to rush this turn even though. I think it's fine to just do like this. I play around AoE because I'm putting a lot of investment into a diver. I get the Berserker down for the threat. This giant taunt pretty much protects this trade from actually happening. I push 8 base damage. Basically checks all the boxes for a good turn. Until he plays double schooling and then fish fucking murder everything on my board. Okay, schooling Flame Tongue is basically like double schooling. Remember when I had a board? He's not actually killing this right now though, which seems like a problem for him. Did he miss trade? He fucked up the trades, right? Yeah, he fucked up the trades. He would have killed this, except he traded wrong. He probably positioned him wrong, and I think it might have been impossible with what he positioned, but he should have been able to do it properly, but he did not. And then on top of that, he does like the worst order imaginable. He would have had all Divine Shieldfish. Oh my god. The game is just bullying him at this point. I like that. Okay. No, yeah, he had to think about how he did it, because like, yeah, positioning with the Flame Tongue, like the Flame Tongue needed to be where the fish were relative to the Flame Tongue actually mattered, I think. Because he just, if he was able to, he overkilled the big taunt was the problem. If he didn't overkill the big taunt, he always clears. But he overkilled it by 1, and that made him not have enough damage. So, and yeah, positioning the Flame Tongue differently could have, like, fixed that problem, but he just threw it down without thinking, and then he got punished. I mean, really, the positioning in the Flame Tongue didn't really matter. It just depended on... Yeah, it did, because... Yeah. Like, if the Flame Tongue was in the middle of the fish, it would have been impossible to fuck up, basically. But you could have just played the Flame Tongue and then put all the fish around the Flame Tongue. Like, oh, did he do that? Did he promo wave into hero power? I didn't even notice that. Oh yeah, that was like the worst. That was like the worst order imaginable. Yeah, I remember that because he went Primordial Wave. He had 6 mana. He went Primordial Wave first, and then he played Sunken Scroll, and then he hero powered. It's like he went out of his way to do the worst order possible. It takes skill to know what the correct order is to fuck it up that badly. Although I guess that's not true because, I mean, the worst order would have been to hero power second, right? So if you were trying to do it as badly as possible, you would hero power second, and then Sunken Scroll after you spent all your mana. This guy has a Bronze Explorer. Good thing we have a Slam to find our Bridge Riffs. Feels like in this deck, Embers is always just a card we play in the early game. We never hold it for turn 6. No, my poison. Face the fire. This is a rare draw for this deck. We have like what, eight premium 5s, and we only drew one of them. At least we drew one. If we drew 0, we might actually have a problem. Huh? What? That's a pretty good draw, actually. Probably reasonable to honestly, like, location this just to push damage. Or location this, even. Probably better to do this one, though. That would have been reasonable here, I think, but I think I like just holding the flexibility. This is a pretty, like, having like a taunt protected diver against Paladin is pretty nasty. Oh, he's a Kangor. I guess I just kill it, because then I can pop whatever the fuck comes out of it, right? I just do it like this.
A thirst beyond death, it sings to me.
Never lacks courage.
A thirst beyond death. Splash zone. Do your worst.
I'll go for that damage now. It's pretty reasonable to give up a 3-1 to push 6 also. But we have enough damage that we're pushing lethal so that he doesn't win by just like replaying Kangor. Even without removal, we're still pushing lethal. This is why it's good to have tempo. Like, that was like a super greedy control paladin. If that game goes really long, you probably lose. Because if you just want to, if all you care about is being priest, that's how you beat priest. You draft like a super greedy control paladin like that. What do I think about Rogue? Rogue's okay. Rogue's really weird though, because like, well, first of all, it's a lot worse than the top classes, but it's a lot better than it can look because it has a lot of value, and it's very difficult to find the right line of like how much value you actually draft. Because if you draft too much value in Rogue, you'll actually just have like a full hand and you'll actually start overdrawing because you literally can't spend anything. Everything generates other shit, right? So Rogue's a little weird with that. So it has a lot of potential, but like the thing at the same time is that other than generating other classes cards via jackpot and stuff, like it doesn't actually have anything super OP by modern standards. So, and its offering rates just aren't that high, so that's why it doesn't compete at the same level as the other classes. But it has a lot of potential. Can't really do anything yet. Oh yeah, if you randomly get the priest legendary that makes all your spells cost 2 less, yeah, that would be really good in Rogue right now. If I can do this with Ride and that just kills everything. And then I start riffing. I wonder if I should actually play the verse riff first just to keep the chaining later. I don't know. I still want to play this as like the end riff, right? Once I run out of riffs. Which might be really soon with my hand right now. If I do this, I can go double riff next turn. Riff, riff, and then a whole bunch of that. But I can also just play the bridge riff now. Playing everything against like the class with Lightning Storm, especially playing this stuff while I'm not presently super vulnerable to Lightning Storm seems better. Because if you do it the other way, you diver and then it pops right into Lightning Storm turn while you're doing the double riff potentially. Seems like a bad life decision. And yeah, I guess I'll just do this. I don't want to make myself more vulnerable to AoE. It's tempting to like use this aggressively, but I just don't have a great like target for it. Like if I do this, I get so much more vulnerable to Lightning Storm. If I do this, there's just other removals I become really vulnerable to. Pack the house. So for coin pack, like it would have been better to like hit this, right? Oh, glug. Okay. That's kind of bad because I can't really deal with that, can I? Maybe I don't need to. I have the 6-4 to free kill the 6-6. I think I am going to do that because I'm going to need to riff, I think. So I'm going to do this first. Okay, I have Brawl as a backup. I'm just going to have to discover something. Okay, Sword Eater's lethal, good. Also Baba. That would have been nasty if I got scammed by a glug there. He had the choice, he had to choose between just ripping Fire Elemental to kill my pirate versus the diver versus coining the glug. Toss everything that costs 5. Find the Bridge Riff instead.
One shot, one.
Maybe this is wrong because I have 4 Bridge Riffs. Like coining Bridge Riff is so much better, but I mean, man, coining that into a 1/1 is so good, right? Let's see if I get punished immediately. I can go double. Maybe I go double 1 now. Playing this is also fine. I think it's also fine. He actually has like a enrage for that. I kind of get fucked. It's not an enrage. Okay, we are pretty happy now. Did he have the enrage and he just missed it? Oh, wow. Wait, he still did it the wrong way. Oh, okay. Shield slam, okay. I should have gotten kecked by that. How much do I want? Whirlwind is 9 face damage. But this is like really good stats. Which may not matter depending on how much he buffs this thing up. But it's probably worth it. Bridge Riff into Stalwart into Bridge Riff. Does have the execute to punish that. Heavy play too. So I almost don't even want to play the Bridge Riff because he's just gonna blow it up with this, but I kind of need to just play it anyway.
This place is scary.
It's not blowing it up this turn. Wow.
Mortals, so full of sin.
Since this is gonna go to 4,
Maybe
I actually need to not trade with this turn.
might or magic. I will stand it all.
To make sure it doesn't just die automatically. Okay, it still dies. We had to burn a heavy plate, so. Totally worth. Wouldn't it be a shame if your opponent played 14-14 stats the turn after you blow up your mass board clear? Eater of Secrets, what the hell? I may even, I may do another riff even. Because I totally can. Probably worth it. He has riffs too! Oh god. Fuck. Second I spend the riff, I get another riff. It's so hard. I have so many riffs, I don't even have board space to use all my riffs. Ah, it's a disaster. I don't know, actually, actually the board space is in the way. I can't even do what I would want to do. Such a disaster. Because I don't get to finale this one. It's just not worth actually finaleing it in this case, I guess. Wait, I overkilled by 1. So yeah, like if I could have finaleed and gotten the rush, it would have been lethal. But the taunt summons first is the problem. If the Bridge Riff minions summon in the opposite order, that was lethal. It's too bad I don't have one of the draw riffs, because that would probably help us. As is, our deck is pretty solid though. So I'll keep a 3-drop. You're seeing on a 9-0 Warrior, can seriously until this round is finished. I mean, now is the time to queue. You can't queue into us. We're in a game, so now is the time. You are safe. Was the last riff not the +2 attack? Yeah, the problem was though. Actually, maybe it was possible anyway. The issue is that if I did the if I did the Baba first, maybe I could have bobbed face. Actually, I probably did miss lethal actually, because I probably could have bobbed face and then traded off a taunt. So then I could have gotten the finale. So yeah, I actually probably missed lethal. Yeah. Because yeah, I could just bobbed face and then yeah. Oh well. So actually, yeah, I think I missed lethal. For some reason in my mind, it was illegal to trade off at 3-4 like that without needing to. But yeah, I could just trade off at 3-4 and then I would have had lethal probably. How bad do I want a Verse Riff? These are all really good cards. Verse Riff is obviously the most short-term tempo out of all of these. It's probably good. You kind of want to kill shamans fast, right? Okay, that just trades. I think we might have a nowhere. How you doing? For our case of he knows, yes. This is why you don't queue into me, motherfucker. Okay, I have a lot of value. The problem is, this is a vulnerable hand to steal. Say tomorrow's Powerball numbers. The problem is I would make a joke, but I don't think 69's in the valid pool of Powerball numbers, so I don't know what to do. I want a whirlwind so I can activate the Baba, but imagine the opponent concedes when they have lethal. That doesn't happen to me very often. I see that happen to other streamers a lot more often. I think it's happened to me one time, period. The thing is that I also tend to, I tend to just leave the game if my opponent is lethal, you know. More often than not, at least. It's a curious play.
You're gonna love the way you look.
Is that this voice line? You're gonna love the way you look, I guarantee it. My bad, I missed the opportunity to do the golden. It's okay, next turn I'll do the golden. We never get harmonic popped here, right?
Give Forsaken Scar Metal a chance, man.
It's the first time I've actually like consciously seen that, at least. I knew it was possible, but like I've never actually like had someone like, so he blatantly stole a card that was in my deck but just wasn't, that I had but just wasn't in my deck at the time. Golden. I would like to thank Blizzard for, I mean, after this run, I'm not going to thank Blizzard for such abhorrent design, but in this current run, it's very nice just having this complete unapologetic level of bullshit that should never exist in this mode. Just be a thing, and be promoted actively via their intervention. Just delete it after I get to go out. After this run. Fun? Yeah, 50% of the players get to have fun in this game. If we have fun. Are we having fun? I mean, I guess we are. Am I having fun? I don't know. Do I have fun in this game? Maybe. I can't tell anymore. I can't tell what's going on. I just keep playing Bridge Riffs and my opponents blow up. I just don't know what's happening. Going second. Keeping Gargoyle's like arguably wrong. Maybe, but like we have so little early game, I think I need to keep it in this deck.
This place is scary.
Okay, we found a riff.
Armament upgrade complete.
Oh jeez. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go, Murloc man. Fuck, he has more taunt. I mean, as long as he has, if he taunt blocks this, but he doesn't actually have any weapons, I guess it's okay for us. The issue we have now is that we don't actually have a second Bridge Riff yet. I could just Bomba that now, actually. Might be worth it. Just to erase that threat. It denies the if Bridge Riff happens to be our next top deck, we don't get to like Bridge Riff immediately, but with the value, but not a terrible idea. The thing is, if you had a weapon, Wars have so many weapons, like he probably just has one, and he might have just like discovered a Sword Eater off of this, right? That's the issue. I think it's worth just deleting this thing. Then it's probably Bridge Riff on 5. Definitely Bridge Riff on 5. Another Baba. Probably this on 6, although now we have like something, we could have interesting things with like Baba Naga Riot or something. Yeah, probably this. I go like 4 and 2 if I wanted, but seems fine. If he has a second Bridge Riff, it's a little weak to that though. It's not like if I do this, it's any better. I probably need to get this. I have a pretty good Baba here, but like, I probably need to take this chance to get the Ghost Rider out of my hand. Blackrock and Roll is so greedy and probably not what I need right now. I don't even have like that many big minions that it's good with. Since I have 2 Lava Gorges, it's probably just Shield Slam actually. If I didn't have these, it probably would be tradable, but like since I have these guys, it's probably Shield Slam. Nice. I can't really do all of this next turn though. I mean, I can go like Bridge Riff, Hero Power, Shield Slam, but I can also go, Hero Power, Shield Slam, Bridge. The other thing I can do though is, yay, Bridge Riffs. Alright, well, first of all, I need to just think about how I don't die. Yay, more Bridge Riffs. Hero Power, Shield Slam, Bridge Riff might be the best way. And the next turn is 4-drop Bridge Riff. Why is this game so fucking stupid, by the way? Just literally, it's like both of us are just spamming Bridge Riffs as much as fucking possible. We're only limited by how often we can finale our fucking Bridge Riffs. But yeah, it's Hero Power, Shield Slam, Bridge Riff, right? That's gotta be it, right? Play the golden one. Oh, and then next turn we're just going 4-drop in Bridge Riff again, and then we'll probably dredge up another Bridge Riff. Are you fucking... Blizzard! And I'm gonna fucking lose to this thing. I'm just a little too far behind to do it this turn, because he has too many targets and stuff, right? Like, otherwise I would have been able to, like, maybe Riot to snipe this, potentially, but, like, it's just gonna kill other stuff, probably. Holy shit. Four drop Riot, maybe? Or training session into a Riot? If I got 4/4 Riot, it's not guaranteed to like deal with everything. I might have higher odds of dealing with everything if I do it like this. So I mean, this is good, but... It's very much not what I needed, though. I just died. Yeah, I may have needed to do that differently. Yeah, maybe 4-4 Riot was better. I was just hoping it's like every time, man, it's like taunt discovers is so... I just want to hit like small taunts, but it's super unlikely, it seems like. So maybe you go 4-4 Riot and then you just hope that you win the one and you have to hit like you have to win the 1 in 3 effectively, right? Because you have to not hit the taunt in this case. Okay.
This place is scary.
Maybe we live here. It's very possible we live here. Alright, I need to like dredge into like title revenue or something. Slider's a better card, but I mean, need as much armor as possible. I probably need this to not die, though.
So many choices.
Take the rush first, next turn. If I live... Nah. Well, that was the dumbest game of Hearthstone I've ever played in my life. Next! I probably have like 17 remaining brain cells after all my Hearthstone experience, and I think 2 of them just died playing that game. I'm starting to run dangerously low. Now I'm down to 15. I don't have much left.
This storm is in me.
Go with the flow.
Wow, he actually has that combo.
Go with
What the fuck? I don't even think Constructed Shaman can do this. They can't, because Overload Shaman and Constructed is complete dog shit, so... This is literally better than Constructed. I mean, better is a generous term, but... The thing is, I'm probably going 5 into 6. Like, there's nothing that I need urgently. None of these cards are getting played anytime soon. Huh. I honestly don't know.
Maybe
Anima could get squeezed in on turn 6, possibly. Yeah, and I don't want to, like, dredge, because right now I see no rifts down there. So I don't want to, like, re-dredge with the Lava Gorgers. So I think I just take Anima. It's just the best card.
until you can't no more.
We start the Riff train, try to find Riffs. Shaman doesn't do 1 damage AoE anymore, right? Like they used to have Maelstrom Portal. That card doesn't exist anymore. It's exactly what they would want right now, right?
My compliments to the ship.
Yeah, so these kind of situations can be really difficult for them, typically, nowadays. Okay, bump and thing, and then... Yeah, we probably just go... for all this. Now we just wait until we draw rips to end the game, basically. That's why he emoted me. He's like, you fucker, you don't have weapons. I was promised your class had weapons.
Face the fire! Face the fire!
Might or magic, I'll withstand it all. So sweet.
Not the fish. The counter to untargetable minion. A flurry of fish. Why does it have to be fish? Oh god. What the fuck? I like how even with that you still can't actually kill the untargetable minion. And now... I just riot first? I think.
So many choices.
Actually, to be honest, I could just go like... I could go Revenant on this. I don't actually have to riot. It's probably better, actually.
So sweet.
Nice. Especially if you get the nice stat line. It would have been a lot worse if I didn't get the nice stat line. No! Oh, I could have pinged my 2-3? I guess that's true. Yeah.
Maybe. So sweet.
This may just be my best song yet.
You win this one.
This is the first time I've ever won a game with the Clash of Colossals in my hand. Got him! Solid -1.
Magni versus Garage. Victory or death for Cosmodo.
Well, I even have the golden Bridge Riff. I don't need a 4 because I want to coin the Bridge Riff, so I'm just going to keep these two. Nice, nice. Let's play the minigame of who drafted more fucking Bridge Riffs. Yay! Let's find out. Which of us drafted more fucking Bridge Riffs?
The exit is this way.
Uh oh. Please don't get a taunt. Oh. Dude, it's been so long since I've seen a Doomsayer.
I might feel it.
It's been so long since I've seen this. I was like wondering if it was still in the game. It's like I haven't seen it in so long. shield block, good god. Here comes the Bridge Riffs! And then he's gonna Bridge Riff our Bridge Riff, and then after that, you know what he's gonna do? We're gonna Bridge Riff his Bridge Riff! Oh. Wait, this isn't fitting the, this isn't fitting the narrative I've been building this whole time. It's kind of rude. Like, I'm building this whole narrative. I spent all this time building this narrative, and you just play, like, not a Bridge Riff? Like, what the fuck, dude? It's kind of toxic.
So many choices.
YOLO. I knock him low enough that he can't play like the 6-drop with copy right now. Or the 5-drop with copy. It's weird how all those cards have like different breakpoints. Here's the Bridge Riff! Does he have the other riff? He does not have the other riff. Truly a disaster for him, right? Truly a disaster. Play around. I think I play it now. I'll just figure out like the best way to do this. So we're gonna play this, and then I guess I just swing here. Seems reasonable. Pretty brutal position, because this is like not only are we winning by a fuck ton, but like it's also like an impossible board to even swing back. You even brawl and he's still getting cacked, right? I think maybe it's wrong, but I'm gonna just hold on to this just to like play around like a brawl or something. Even if you like Tidal Revenants, it's not that bad for us.
So many choices. Might or magic. I'll withstand it all. Do your worst.
Yeah, I was in the spot where it's like, you don't quite have enough damage to like set up like the lethal Tidal Revenant, right? You could have considered that though, but like it would have been like, he would have like hypothetically been out of range if he somehow board cleared you. Another riff! Yay! Riffs! Another riff! I think I can draw that. Lets me kill that thing? I don't think so, right? So I guess I slam this. We'll find out. Maybe I'm wrong. No. Man, it's a giant frothing. Do I ever...
Maybe.
I think there's like 2 of these. Oh wait, I don't even have board space if I do that, right? The annoying thing is I just like can't get through all the way. So I guess I have to do it like this. Lethal? Was there a lethal? It was like you had to... I think the breakpoints were a little off, right? Like, I think if you could target the untargetable, I think it was lethal.
Magni versus
Oh, I am muted. I'm just saying that we're queuing against a Riff Warrior, and it's been the last time we keep queuing into more Riff Warriors.
Kalimdora was better.
That could be worth using the Verse Riff here. Not really, I want to use it, but... Isn't Bridge epic? Not in this mode it isn't.
So many choices.
It's such a clean Verse Riff, I'd probably just take it. You usually do not want to use this like this, but it is such a good hit there, I think you gotta. So on the bright side, because we have Bridge Riff in our deck, it's not possible that he could have gotten Bridge Riff off a Hipster. He could have gotten one of the other riffs, because we drew our 1-mana riff, and yeah, he could have also gotten another Chorus Riff. That is all possible. Oh, I have nothing fucking playable. Excellent. Wow. Right, at least this summons a Verse Riff as well. I may want to get this out of my hand first so that I can actually just get more buffs onto this guy. It's one way to get more rips. Giant Gangplank is good too though. Yeah, so I can Bridge Riff and then do that, but I could also play Gangplank. If I play Gangplank, like I'm relying on the taunts here, which is fine, but I think it's okay to just do this. And maybe turn 6 might be Gangplank. We'll see.
This may just be my best song yet.
He's like the ultimate greed warrior, apparently. Oh wow, he coined just to not overdraw. Huh. Okay, have the other Bridge Riff. Do I just man, this hasn't even hit a buff yet. So if I do that,
Maybe. No.
oh no, he hasn't. I mean, he hasn't actually played a Bridge Riff himself yet. So I'm just thinking like Stalwart seems pretty good. Diver is also pretty reasonable here. Now, you never go like Whirlwind Bridge Riff because you're doing more damage to yourself, but you'd have synergy with this, but like this is only summoning the oh wait, this is summoning the bridge. But like it's like you don't have board space is the issue. So I think we do this one. I think it's okay to play this here, but this is still probably just better. It's a pretty sick riot here.
So full of sin.
You can also just Bridge Riff. Trade the 1/2 into the 4/1 and then Bridge Riff. You have to do that first because otherwise you lose a minion. This just continues to grow. He's clearly a very control-minded warrior, yes. I was worried like the brawl might happen. He did discover it. So that is active, but it's probably the turn to play this first, this turn, and then we'll try to Bridge Riff later.
Might or magic, I'll withstand it all.
Inactive Bridge Riff is probably a misplay. We probably could have spent 3 other mana. Oh, never mind. Still, that's not actually enough. It was not a misplay. It's not enough damage, though. Riot's just lethal. Boom! I think I'll actually just keep frothing. Diver has more utility later, so I'll just toss it for later. There's a chance that, like, frothing not being at least a 3-4 punishes us, but surely not, right? Just hit Diver anyway. We did it. Before you turned on this stream, you never heard of Bridge Riff, now you'll never forget it. It's because this is where you come to hear the truth about our Lord and Savior Bridge Riff, who Blizzard decided to make a fucking hyper common. Not even a common, a hyper common. Because we couldn't figure out any way to make Warrior playable, so we decided to make Bridge Riff a fucking hyper common.
A thirst beyond death, it sings to me.
And then Warrior is almost Death Knight level oppressive. Release Death Knight level oppressive. It's funny how it works, right?
Let's blow the roof off of this place.
Ooh, Random Extractor. Bridge Riff! Bridge Riff! We hit the dredge button. We got a Bridge Riff. We did it! Asking a Revenant, but we have another dredge, so we might get that one off the other one, right? I know he's a Gangplank. That's kind of a problem. Well, it's okay, we got this. Is Warrior the #1 standard class too? Well, the thing is like whenever it's a standard rotation, they tend to. That's not true though, right? Oh, number 11. Yeah, number 11. Yeah. Well, that's because that shows like the Yeah, you're like that shows like it's just the power level that the ability they have to influence class balance in Arena just by influencing offering rates, right? Because yeah, Warrior is the number 11 class on HS replay. Warrior's playable though, right? Like I think people are getting baited by playing the Riff and Roll Warrior deck, which is shit, but Enraged Warrior's not that bad. Menage Warrior's not that bad. But the more fun versions of Warrior are bad. So that's why it has like a worse win rate right now. Fuck, I can't even kill that. I was thinking I didn't need to play this because I would be able to kill this no matter what, but he dealt with all my shit. It's kind of rude. I should play this actually because he knows this card's here. Even though I'll lose golden value, but I should play the one he knows about first. Next turn's Hero Power Bridge Riff. Oh yeah, our one loss was a warrior that basically, I think we had like an equal number of riffs, but he just got the riff train rolling first. That was our one loss. And yeah, this is our 5th warrior out of the last 4 games. This is no, this is our 4th warrior out of the last 5 games. Do I riot into Bridge Riff? Unfortunately, I have to do it in that order. The problem is, even with that, I don't get through, right? Wait, no. Hit. Oh, I do get through. Riot into Bridge Riff, right? Because if I don't do that, I don't have enough hits. But if I do this, even if it misses, it's still... I still get to hit. Like, it still works, so... Wait, did it work if I missed? Maybe it didn't. Oh, I didn't miss, so... Actually, I think I miscalculated. I don't think it did work. Wait, he had a, Yeah, we don't talk about it. I think it didn't actually work, but we just didn't miss the 1 in 3, so... You watch it happen, you don't see how we got through. You see, if you believe in the heart of the cards, then nothing can stop you. What is this weapon? This is the mage weapon, which he got off of the Worgen Roadie. Feel the fury of the mountain. Isn't it funny how whoever plays more riffs wins like 100% of the time? Isn't it funny how that worked? Like, I played more riffs and then I won. Isn't that cool? Weren't we supposed to get frequent changes? You expect them to be honest about something like that. Hey, how are you doing, Xanbr? Xanbr obliterating the year up leaderboard. Really like crushing all the hopes of everyone else that hoped to ever have a chance at #1 this season. Actually crushed. I like how in this meta I see a 2, 3, 4 curve and I'm like, yeah, let me toss that. Where was the quote, by the way? Because that's, I actually don't remember. Like, where was the quote? I remember something too about like them mentioning frequent changes, but I don't remember where the quote was for that. Because I have this tweet. Because I actually want to make a video about this probably, and it's like they have this tweet where they say like they're gonna pay attention really close. It'll be spectacular, right? But they did adjust very quickly. It's just then they pretended like the mode didn't exist for a month afterwards. So I also remember them saying something about frequent changes, but I just don't remember what it was. Was there a particular time they said that? You used all your luck layer boys, you got rolled in tournament. Oh yeah, I'm like bottom 5. I'm like bottom 5 too. Yeah, like here powering turn 2 was not unreasonable that turn. I wanted to be a little bit more on board, but it wasn't a bad play to just hear farther for sure. Okay. Now we got our whirlwind. What's weird is I might need to save my training session to actually trigger a second Bridge Riff later. Or the Ghost Rider, either way. So I guess I think I do that, and then yeah, I just don't I'll do it right now. Use up your whirlwind, immediately get fucking buffet baconed. Yay! You get a reminder of last meta when this was last meta, you just get buffet baconed and then you would lose. I think I have to kill the poison, right? Yeah, that's like a pretty hard auto win, right? One drop into Reef Walker into Buffet Bacon just kind of wins, right?
The plane of water shall fall to us.
It's not buffing that guy. You draw rips to save me from this.
Picking up pace. Me sweat candle.
I need riffs. Not a riff. Yeah, we appear to just be dead. We're still at the point where it's like, if I draw a rift next turn, I might not die immediately. It's silly, because it's like, didn't I like full mold this game too, didn't I? I forget, maybe I didn't, but...
Reporting for duty.
One of my rips sitting, chilling at the bottom of the deck. It's too late now, though.
Reporting for duty. You got me.
Yeah, I didn't really get to play in this game.
This Magni.
Yay, another Riff Warrior!
Yeah.
I like how the deck tracker decided to crash at the exact moment I enter this game. Oh, there it goes. It's like, oh, final boss? Oh yeah, let me crash right now. Queuing into a barcode at 0 and 9, that would be hilarious. Do I have a history of playing card games? When I was younger, I mean, I played some Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, not at like a high level or anything. I'll have you know, I went to like some kind of comic. I don't know if it was Comic-Con or it was like some kind of thing, but like I played against like I went to a Yu-Gi-Oh! Event at Comic-Con or something, and there were people there that there were like guys there that were like the tournament people, and you could face them with your own deck. And I brought my own deck and I beat one of them. And he gave me like a card or something because I beat him. It was brilliant. I was like 12 years old. It's great.
Can't be good.
I'm just that good at card games. But I also never played like a lot of Pokemon. I wish I played more Pokemon, but I played on like the Game Boy Advance or whatever. I never played it in person really. I had some Pokemon cards, but I never played any Pokemon in person. Or online at any significant level. I want to at some point start playing more of probably some of these other games, but because I need to diversify a little bit outside of just Hearthstone Arena. It's already infused. We've had so many turn 4 passes in this deck. He plays a Bridge Riff, and then, you know what, we follow it up with a Bridge Riff. So I can go Soloist, but... Well, if I Bridge Riff, next turn is probably then going to be Soloist versus Riff, but I don't really want to do that. I mean, it's worse on board, but maybe it's worth just getting the Ghost Rider out now. That might just be worth it. Let's just do that, actually. More rips, I guess. Since I have a second Verse Riff now, I can... Now I probably just go Bridge Riff, Verse Riff into another Bridge Riff, into another Verse Riff. Just gonna die though. Well, I mean, yeah, this is why I meme about it, because it's like literally we're just competing to see who can play more Bridge Riffs faster. This is the entire game right now. That was his one big power swing, because he was on coin and went coin Bridge Riff into Bridge Riff, right? So now it should slow down for him. Just also his Olgra. Wait, is this the same fucking guy from earlier? No, it's a different one. You have to check, like, you face, like, the same deck with same legendary, and it's like, oh no, that's just, it's actually a different player, because there's actually no deck diversity in this mode anymore. So I can go Whirlwind, Bridge Riff, Verse Riff, which gives me 2 Bridge Riffs. It's probably the play, right? And now Tidal Revenant should theoretically keep us alive from future bullshit, like if he has a Trench Stalker or something. Huh! Joke's on you, I still have Bridge Riffs in my deck, so you can't discover a Bridge Riff. Get fucked! He can discover a Brawl, though. Maybe just Diver. I think I'd just take Diver, right?
Maybe
Don't really want any of these that much, but... I don't think Riot really helps us that much. This is a turn to get Sunwell out if I want to. I can also just Revenant this turn. I think I'll just get the Inflexible card out. It's better board, obviously, as well.
What a delightful party.
Back to work. Set sail for the snack bar.
Okay. Feels like time to get this out. Got a Harmonic Pop, got some card draw, got a whole bunch of, wow, a lot of things that are useful actually. Snag charge that. Maybe zap so that I can have more. I can zap and then Roaring Applause and then actually still not overdraw. Be rather nice, I guess. This is 2 card draws. We should be pretty safe now. Unless he has like equivalent level of bullshit. Because the risk would be if he deals with this and then gets a big board, but I have like the Soloist now if he happens to deal with those. And have a board clear. Protect me from a lot of other bullshit, so... We have every base covered, it seems like. And I'm just gonna Dissonant Pop. Would it be nice if our Sunwell generated another fucking Sunwell? It's just like there's so many ways for just infinite bullshit to generate more infinite bullshit. Like we're not even a value deck that much, right? And it's like, oh yeah, we just happen to get 2 fucking Sunwells. It's why it's so bad to like try to win in value in this meta, because it's just like any deck can just randomly generate multiple Sunwells. Yeah, things like Menacing Nimbus. Yeah, like Menacing Nimbus can create another Menacing Nimbus and stuff. Like you can just get... That's very unlikely, but like it is possible to get infinite value that way too. I think it was plays. He's been holding 2 cards the entire game, which is interesting. It may have been better to just throw the other divers so that if you just happen to have, you know, Deathwing or whatever, but... Boom! We did it. We out-riffed him. And we even got the achievement. We did, chat. That's solid -1. This poor guy, that was a game he probably would have left earlier, except he was probably also at 11 wins. And we were forced to deny him via our generous, via all of our rips. Hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit all the buttons an odd number of times. The like button, the subscribe button, the bell button, you know, all those things. Make sure you've cumulatively hit them an odd number of times, because that will maximize your amount of fun from the channel. Very important. Otherwise you might miss things. And we have a golden vampiric blood. It's too bad that's completely useless for Arena, but golden sanctum though. Did I not have... I didn't have golden sanctum already? Maybe I disenchanted him when they got nerfed. I probably disenchanted him when it got nerfed actually. Anyway, bye bye YouTube.